Artificial intelligence is about to enter the war zone. Now just imagine for a second if a drone could fly through the skies without a pilot, drop munitions on a target without human intervention, and then simply return to base all by itself. It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? Well, it's not. This is the new reality of modern warfare. In the last 5 years, the world's most advanced naval superpower has secretly built an entire fleet of these AI-powered warships. And you won't believe the results. These robotic vessels are completely controlled by artificial intelligence, which makes them faster, more efficient, and deadlier than any other warship in the world. But they also pose some serious ethical questions. Are we creating the next generation of killer robots? Let's take a look at how the world's first fully autonomous naval warship was made and why it could change modern warfare forever. Meet the USS Constitution, the oldest commissioned warship in the United States Navy and affectionately nicknamed Old Ironsides. She played a pivotal role in America's victory in the War of 1812 against the British Empire, cementing her place in maritime history. The battle between the USS Constitution and the HMS Guerrière on August 19, 1812, is a testament to the power and resilience of the American warship. Despite being outgunned and under attack from a larger British frigate, the USS Constitution managed to capture the HMS Guerrière after a fierce battle that lasted for hours. This victory showcased the strength and determination of the crew of the USS Constitution, as well as the superiority of the American naval forces at the time. But now imagine if the USS Constitution didn't have a crew at all. What if it was completely controlled by an artificial intelligence? That might seem like a crazy idea, but it's actually becoming a reality today with the U.S. Navy's new Ghost Fleet Overlord. So let's dive into what this means for the future of naval warfare. The Ghost Fleet Overlord is a new type of warship that's being developed by the U.S. Navy. It's designed to be unmanned and autonomous, meaning it can operate without a crew on board. Now, this might seem like a futuristic concept, but it's actually already being put into practice. In fact, the U.S. Navy has already deployed several of these ships, including the Ghost Fleet Overlord, which recently completed a successful patrol in the Pacific Ocean. During the patrol, the ship was able to detect and track multiple contacts in a realistic operational environment while also evading simulated attacks from enemy aircraft. This is just one example of how the U.S. Navy is pushing the boundaries of unmanned naval warfare. One of the main advantages of the Ghost Fleet Overlord is its ability to operate autonomously. This means that it can make decisions and take actions without the need for human intervention. For example, if the ship detects a threat, it can automatically fire its weapons to defend itself. Another advantage is that it's much cheaper to operate than a traditional warship. Since there's no crew on board, the ship doesn't require the same level of maintenance or support. And because it's unmanned, it can also be deployed in much higher numbers. This gives militaries the ability to project power in a much more cost-effective way. But the Ghost Fleet Overlord isn't just a cheaper and more efficient way to project power. It also represents a significant shift in the way warfare is conducted. For the first time, we're seeing the use of unmanned and autonomous systems in a real-world combat scenario. This raises a number of ethical questions, such as who's responsible if the ship causes civilian casualties, and how do we ensure that it behaves in a safe and predictable manner? These are important questions that need to be addressed as we move forward. So, what are the key technologies that make the Ghost Fleet Overlord possible? First, we have AI navigation. This is the ability of the ship to plan and execute its own course without human intervention. This involves using sensors and algorithms to map the surrounding environment and make decisions about how to navigate it. Targeting systems are another crucial aspect of the Ghost Fleet Overlord. They allow the ship to detect and track targets and then make decisions about how to engage them. This involves using radar, sonar, and other sensors to gather information about the target and then using that information to make informed decisions about engagement. Autonomy levels is another critical consideration. The degree of autonomy that a ship has determines how much decision-making power it has. Some ships may be able to operate completely autonomously, while others may require human oversight. This is an important distinction because it affects the level of trust that we can place in these systems. In terms of AI navigation, the Ghost Fleet Overlord uses a combination of sensors and algorithms to map its environment and plan its course. This includes using radar, LiDAR, and sonar to detect obstacles and then using algorithms to determine the best path to follow. For targeting systems, the ship uses a variety of sensors to detect and track potential threats. This includes radar, infrared sensors, and electro-optical sensors. Once a target has been identified, the ship uses algorithms to determine the best course of action. This may involve engaging the target directly or calling in support from other assets. In terms of autonomy levels, the Ghost Fleet Overlord is designed to operate with a high degree of autonomy. This means that the ship can make decisions and take actions without direct human intervention. However, there are always fail-safes in place to ensure that human operators can intervene if necessary. As for the overall performance of the Ghost Fleet Overlord, it's been reported to be highly successful in tests conducted by the U.S. Navy. In one test, the ship was able to detect and track multiple contacts in a realistic operational environment while also evading simulated attacks from enemy aircraft. This demonstrates the ship's ability to operate effectively in a complex and dynamic environment. A recent report by USNI News highlighted the successful completion of a month-long test by the U.S. Navy's newest unmanned surface vessel named the Ghost Fleet Overlord. The test took place in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of San Diego and involved a total of 6 unmanned surface vessels, or USVs. Out of the 6 vessels involved in the test, 4 were brand new and 2 were used as support ships. The Overlord serves as the command ship for the pack, controlling and monitoring the other 3 vessels. The test demonstrated the Overlord's ability to perform coordinated operations with other USVs, showcasing the potential for unmanned systems to enhance naval capabilities. According to Ryan McCaffrey, the commander of the Surface Development Squadron 1, the pack concept proved effective during the test, enabling the Overlord to monitor and control the other 3 vessels. Each USV is equipped with various payloads for different missions, including electronic warfare, logistics, surveillance, communications relay, and strike capabilities. The test also highlighted the endurance and speed of the unmanned systems, with speeds reaching up to 45 knots and operating for extended periods without refueling or resupplying. This endurance allowed the Overlord to conduct a month-long patrol in the Pacific Ocean, demonstrating the feasibility of unmanned systems for long-duration missions. To support these operations, the U.S. Navy has developed a range of technologies to enable the Ghost Fleet Overlord to function effectively. These include advanced sensors, communication systems, as well as machine learning algorithms to process sensor data and make real-time decisions. Additionally, the U.S. Navy has invested in developing robust cybersecurity measures to protect the Ghost Fleet Overlord from cyber threats and ensure the safety of autonomous operations. Overall, the Ghost Fleet Overlord represents a significant advancement in naval technology and a shift towards unmanned and autonomous systems in modern warfare. With its advanced capabilities and endurance, the Overlord has the potential to revolutionize naval operations and provide new capabilities for the U.S. Navy. The benefits of using the Ghost Fleet Overlord are numerous. Firstly, it reduces the risk to human life by replacing crew members with machines, thereby mitigating the potential for casualties during combat operations. Secondly, it enhances operational efficiency by allowing for continuous operations without the need for rest or rotation of personnel. This results in increased mission flexibility and the ability to respond rapidly to changing circumstances. Additionally, the Ghost Fleet Overlord reduces logistical burdens as it eliminates the need to support and supply a large crew, thereby decreasing the demand on logistics networks and resources. It also enables new mission capabilities such as intelligence gathering and surveillance, which can be conducted discreetly and with greater coverage due to the unmanned nature of the system. Moreover, the Ghost Fleet Overlord offers cost savings in the long term by reducing expenses associated with personnel, training, and support. While there are initial investment costs in developing and deploying the technology, it ultimately leads to a more efficient and cost-effective operation. Despite the many benefits of the Ghost Fleet Overlord, there are also potential drawbacks and challenges associated with its use. One concern is the risk of system failures or malfunctions leading to unintended consequences, such as civilian casualties or environmental damage. To mitigate this risk, rigorous testing and development are necessary to ensure the reliability and safety of the system. Another challenge is the potential for adversaries to target the unmanned systems, recognizing their importance to military operations. Therefore, measures to protect the Ghost Fleet Overlord from enemy attacks must be implemented. Additionally, there are ethical considerations regarding the use of autonomous weapons systems and the potential for misuse. International regulations and norms need to be established to ensure responsible development and deployment of such technology. Furthermore, the dependence on artificial intelligence raises concerns about job displacement, as fewer personnel are required to operate the unmanned systems. This can result in unemployment and economic hardship for those working in the military and related industries. Finally, there are legal and liability issues associated with the use of the Ghost Fleet Overlord. Determining responsibility in case of accidents or damages caused by autonomous systems is a complex issue that requires careful consideration and regulation. Overall, the Ghost Fleet Overlord represents a significant leap forward in naval technology with numerous benefits, including reduced risk to human life, increased operational efficiency, reduced logistical burdens, new mission capabilities, and cost savings. However, it's essential to acknowledge and address the potential drawbacks and challenges associated with its use, such as system failures, potential for misuse, ethical concerns, job displacement, and legal liability issues. As we continue to develop and deploy unmanned autonomous systems in modern warfare, it's crucial to strike a balance between technological advancement and responsible implementation to ensure the safety, security, and ethical conduct of military operations. Now check out this video on why China's hypersonic missiles are a game-changer in modern warfare, or this top-secret video on the real reason why war will break out in 2023.